to another exciting Books Central podcast. I'm your host, Abbie, and today we have a special guest, Derek Collins, the best-selling author of the military fiction novel, The Bridge in the Night. Welcome, Derek.
Thank you so much, Abbie. I'm thrilled to be here.
Derek, let's start by discussing your latest novel's inspiration. What motivated you to write The Bridge in the Night?
Well, Abbie, I've always been fascinated by the bravery and sacrifice of our military personnel, especially those who take on dangerous missions behind enemy lines. I wanted to pay homage to them by creating a thrilling and realistic story that captures the essence of their experiences.
That's truly admirable. Now, tell us about your research process. How did you ensure the accuracy and authenticity of the military elements in your book?
I was fortunate enough to have access to retired military personnel who generously shared their experiences and insights with me. I also did extensive research on tactical operations and military procedures to ensure that every detail was as realistic as possible.
It sounds like you put a lot of effort into crafting an authentic story. Now, let's dive into the development of the characters and plot. How did you go about creating such engaging and relatable characters?
Developing the characters was a deeply immersive process for me. I wanted them to feel like real people with hopes, fears, and flaws. I drew inspiration from the soldiers I interviewed, as well as from people I've encountered throughout my life. Each character's journey is a reflection of the emotional and physical challenges experienced by our military personnel.
That's incredible, Derek. Now, to give our listeners a taste of your gripping storytelling, could you please read an exhilarating extract from The Bridge in the Night? I suggest focusing on a scene where the elite British soldiers embark on their rescue mission in the tropical rainforest.
Certainly, Abbie. The rainforest pulsed with life, its thick canopy obscuring the moonlit sky. Mosquitoes hummed, relentless in their nighttime chorus. The air hung heavy with the scent of damp earth, the oppressive humidity coating every bead of sweat that trickled down the foreheads of the elite British soldiers crouched in the shadows. Captain Robert Hunt, the team leader, surveyed the seemingly impenetrable jungle, his heart pounding in his chest. He adjusted the straps of his gear and raised his fist, the signal to move forward. The men began their silent advance, expertly weaving through the underbrush. Suddenly, the night was shattered by a cacophony of gunfire. The piercing thud of bullets striking tree trunks mingled with the crackling bursts of automatic weapons. The hot lead sliced through the air, accompanied by the staccato cries of the enemy. As they approached the makeshift camp, the soldiers moved swiftly, their senses heightened. Drops of rain pelted their faces, mingling with their sweat. The ground squelched beneath their boots, slippery from the relentless downpour. The light flickering from the feeble campfire revealed the haggard faces of the prisoners, their hopes pinned on the arrival of this daring rescue team. Desperation was etched in their eyes, their bodies aching and starving. Captain Hunt raised his hand, signaling his team to take positions. They exchanged glances full of determination, knowing that lives depended on their success. The tang of gunpowder burned their nostrils as rifles roared into action. The racket of machine guns joined the orchestra of chaos, making it hard to distinguish friend from foe. Explosions rocked the encampment, sending shrapnel bouncing off tree trunks. The adrenaline pumping through their veins drowned out the pounding pulse in their ears. Sweat mixed with rain dripped, their eyes narrowed with intent, their hands steady on the triggers. Through the chaos, the prisoners felt a flicker of hope ignite within them. Swept up in the maelstrom of defiance and valor, they saw a glimmer of their salvation. War cries from the enemy mixed with the anguished cries of the wounded, blending together in a whirlwind of sound and fury. But through it all, Captain Hunt's voice bellowed, strong and unwavering, rallying his men to victory. The small team fought with every fiber of their beings, an indomitable force in the heart of the raging storm. In this rain-soaked battleground, where shadows danced amidst explosions, the clash of metal and the shouts of soldiers melded into a symphony of liberation. It was here, amidst the chaos and strife, that a bridge was built from darkness to light, rescuing hope from the clutches of despair.
Wow, that was truly captivating, Derek. You really brought that scene to life for us. Thank you for sharing that with us.
It was my pleasure, Abbie. I hope it gave everyone a glimpse into the heart-pounding action and danger that awaits in The Bridge in the Night.
Absolutely. Now, before we wrap up, is there anything else you'd like to share about your book?
I would just like to express my gratitude to all the brave men and women who serve in the military. Their courage and dedication inspired me to write this novel, and I hope it resonates with readers as well.
Well said, Derek. Thank you for joining us today and providing a captivating glimpse into The Bridge in the Night. Best of luck with your book's success.
Thank you, Abbie. It was a pleasure to be here.
That's all for today's Books Central podcast. Be sure to check out Derek Collins's book, The Bridge in the Night, for a thrilling adventure into the world of elite soldiers. Stay tuned for our next episode. Until then, keep reading and stay curious.